I don't know about y'all. Have some standards, okay? If you're taking me to a steakhouse, I'm gonna order what I want. Okay, so I'm back in the crib. Y'all would not believe what just happened. Like, I literally went on a date with a guy, and let's just say, mind you, he's sitting right next to me. I ordered what I want. He didn't want to order anything because he ate, so he just ordered a drink.
Okay, miss, I just went on a date. Now, shouldn't that have said something to you? That should have been a very high-flying red flag. He's taking you on a date, but decided not to eat anything. Hello, everyone. I hope all is well. Oh my gosh, another one of these stories. Anyway, so what were you thinking when he decided not to eat anything? It's crazy. But that said nothing to you? That did not speak to your spidey senses? It should have.
I ordered what I wanted, and he hears it clearly because he's right next to me. The food comes. He started making all these comments. Oh, you ordered that? Oh, you gonna eat all that? Mind you, I told him that my friend flew into town and that after dinner I was gonna go see her because she wanted me to pull up on her or whatever. He's like, did you order some food for your friend? He was like, if I wasn't here, would you order all that? Baby, you think I can't afford a meal? I said, honestly, if you wasn't here, I would have still ordered like this. This is how I eat with my friends. This is how I eat when I'm by myself. Crazy. But the kicker is, this man said, oh, I'm gonna go. I said, okay. He lays down $100, walks off. Mind you,
My girl, you saying that you could have bought those things yourself does not prove you have standards. I don't know why you women think that. You know what would have reinforced your position? If you had gotten up and left after he insulted you. I mean, what could be more crass than a man commenting on what's on your plate? But yet you stay. The woman with standards?
he called us a black truck to dinner. So I rode with him in an Uber. He left. He didn't say anything besides I'ma go, and then set the money down and then dipped off. He didn't ask if I needed a ride, how was I gonna get home. He didn't ask what the bill was, nothing. Mind you, this is a 45-year-old man, grown ass Nigerian man.
Girl, age has nothing to do with the dusty. Broke men come in all ages, shapes, and colors. And oh, by the way, and nationalities. Hint, hint, the Nigerian. So, I mean, what the hell? It doesn't matter.
Actually, let's talk about it. Let me put the light on. Let's actually talk about it, okay? I ordered my drink. He ordered his drink. I ordered a half a dozen oysters. I want to say maybe that's around like $15 to $18, I think. We were at Eddie V's. I can't remember how much. That's normally how much it would be. After that, he said that he wasn't hungry. He didn't want to eat. I ordered an entree. I ordered lamb chops. Mind you, prior to this date, I told him that I wanted steak. Like I said, I was in the mood for like steak and like asparagus, mac and cheese. Like I was saying all this. So it's not nothing that was just, I ordered lamb chops, mac and cheese, Brussels sprouts, and crab fried rice. Half sizes.
I mean, I'm confused. Half sizes. This does not seem to be an extravagant order or anything. And why would he take you out if he couldn't afford to pay for your meal? I mean, this is kind of weird. He's presenting strangely here. But let's continue.
Okay, I'm gonna do a quick story time because I don't know what some of y'all problems are, making it seem like what I ordered was outrageous. This man took me to a steakhouse, okay? Keep that in mind. This is a dinner date. What do you do at dinner? You eat dinner. I told him that like I wanted steak, asparagus, like I wanted like the full, So he knew, mind you, he picked the restaurant. I didn't pick it. He picked the restaurant. Okay? So, and again, I got the lamb chops. The lamb chops are cheaper than the steak itself. That's number one. So if I would have got the steak and an appetizer, or two, it would have added up to what the hell I ordered anyway. And also, I don't know about y'all, have some standards, okay? If you're taking me to a steakhouse, I'm gonna order what I want. Not only because it's like you're paying for it, but I can afford what I want to eat.
Okay, now he chose the steakhouse. He chose where they were going to eat. That is why I said he's presenting strangely. Maybe he just wanted to embarrass her or something. I don't know. What was his real purpose for, inviting her to dinner? Dinner? He's a strange guy. Anyway, I'm not going to preempt the story. Let's continue.
Okay? And there's nothing wrong if you can't afford it, but I can afford it. So I'm not about to starve myself or act like I don't want to eat something because a guy took me on a date. I've never experienced something like that. So again, like when I say it's the worst day ever, it is because I've never experienced nothing like that. And I never had a man walk out on me at dinner on a date. Like basically the tab, because you didn't even ask how much the tab was. Like, so that was crazy. It was a few red flags, like me asking him, like, I had hinted, I was like, so what are you going to eat? And he just was like, oh, I'm not hungry, like I ate. And I was like, why would you eat? We had dinner plans. He was like, because I have a 7-year-old. Like, he got smart. He was like, because I have a 7-year-old. Mind you, this man been calling me all day, making sure I'm going on this date, making sure I'm okay. He wanted to send me food earlier. Was letting me know that we had to push our date back a little bit because he still had his son and he had to wait a little bit longer to drop his son off to his ex-wife. Cool, no biggie. So why would you eat knowing that we had dinner plans? I digress. That was like the second red flag. I'm not even gonna say what the other one was. But as soon as, mind you, he's sitting right next to me. So when I order all my food, he's hearing it. He's literally right next to me. We sat at the bar because he's 6'8" and he didn't want to sit at a table because like his legs and his knees or whatever. Had no problem with that. So he's literally sitting directly next to me. He's hearing what I'm saying. I order my food, no comment. My food comes out, all these comments. And this is what, it just wasn't one or two comments. It was repeated comments back to back to back, where it was like, even the bartender was kind of like looking over it because it's like, you're making me feel uncomfortable. And like, if I was a bigger woman, I would have felt like you was body shaming me. Because why are you asking me that? Why are you asking me if I'm going to eat the food that I ordered? What did I order it for? Why are we on a dinner date? He was like, oh, you order all that? He was like, you going to eat all that? He was like, did you order something for your friend? He was like, if I wasn't here, was you going to order that? And I was like, that's such an interesting comment to make. And it was like silent for 5 minutes. And then he apologized. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I wasn't trying to be rude. I was literally telling him, I was like, yeah, because I'm like, that was very offensive. I was like, I actually feel very disrespected. I was like, that was definitely rude. He was like, oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't my intentions. And I was like, okay. And I was like, and he was telling me, because prior to the food coming out, we had a conversation where I was stating that I don't like dating in Houston. And I was telling him why. He said he didn't like dating in Houston because he feel like women here are just finesse. Like other cities, it's not like Houston. Like this is the only city that women like money. He was just like, I feel like women just like you for your money. They wanted you to take them on trips and this and that. That was like red flag number 2. Whatever. I'm like, okay. So he was breaking that to me. He was like, yeah, you know, this kind of just happened to my friend. And he took a girl on a date and she ordered all this food and he ended up leaving her. And he was saying, so like, he was like, and I told you, like, I feel like girls be trying to finesse. And I was like, I don't have to finesse you for dinner.
These dudes need real help. This is a dusty type of conversation. A woman finessing you for food, and this is a conversation you're having on a first date after inviting her out.
I was like, even if you wasn't here, I would have been able to afford this tab myself. I was like, are you implying that you don't want to pay for my food? He was like, no, that's not what I'm implying. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, I was like, I would have respected if you would have said, like, you know, explain this to me instead of like telling me, you know, instead of making those remarks. He was like, oh, I just apologize about that. I said, I understand that, but I'm letting you know why I was upset and why I felt the way I felt. So then he was like, yeah, but like, you know, I was like, well, honestly, I was like, if you feel like people are going to finesse you or you have, and he was like, you know, this is probably like some of my trauma from my past and dating. And I was like, I understand that, but I was like, it's not fair for you to project what people did to you onto me. You just met me. I'm not dumb. So you can't say I'm trying to finesse you because, baby, I could pay for it myself. And I was like, honestly, if you feel like people are going to finesse you for dinner, I was like, maybe take them on a bowling date. Like, maybe take them to an arcade. But you're 45 years old. I understand I'm 25. Mind you, this man was talking to me about marriage. He was like, you're so mature for your age. Blase, 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 blase. But you're tripping about me ordering appetizer, entree, and sides. Okay. And it was to the point where, like, even the bartender was, like, literally side-eyeing because he just was, like, when I say it just was multiple comments back to back to back. Within the first fucking few minutes of my food getting, like, placed on the fucking counter. And I was just literally, like, it made me feel so uncomfortable, like,
Fellas, this is not a good look. Do not invite any woman out until you're healed from this type of trauma. I mean, this is utterly ridiculous. Now, this Dusty is not the only one to blame here, because he showed her his entire ass from the start, but yet she stayed. Don't you ever do that. Be the first to leave.
I've literally never been on a date like that ever. Ever. So then after I said, like, you know, maybe go on a bowling date or an arcade date, it was quiet for like a couple minutes. He was on his phone. He was calling Uber. I already knew he was calling Uber. So then he was like, yeah, I'm going to go. I was like, okay. He puts $100 cash down, walks out. He doesn't say bye. He doesn't say it was nice meeting you. He doesn't say, do you have a ride home? Or is there a way, are you okay to get home? Because remember, like I said, I Ubered with him. He didn't say anything. He just got up and left. Mind you, he said that his daughter's 25 or 24. Your daughter's my age. How would you feel if your daughter went on a date and a man treated her like that? But I digress. But yeah, all them comments that y'all making about like me doing too much, shut it up. Thank you.
I guess that $100 was him anticipating that the bill would not go over $100. And I think he must have done his calculations in his head and with his fingers. He realized that it would have been more than $100. I guess these stories are just part of the cesspool that they call the dating pool. I'll pass.
I said what I said.